Hannah, thank you for joining me today on Pop Culture Unplugged.
Of course, thank you for having me.
Exciting times. First, I want to tell you congratulations. You've accomplished a lot at a young age for what I was
Thank,
doing some research on you.
thank you.
What hit you with the acting bug? What made you get into the industry?
My mom. My mom was an actress growing up, and so we sort of started together just doing commercials with the family. And the first commercial I got was with my dad and my mom, so it was a really soft leap into the industry. And then I was on set and I was like, "Hey, I really like this. I like this." So then
Yeah,
I sort of grew from commercials into doing more theatrical things, and now I'm here.
yeah. That's awesome. I noticed, you've done a little bit of everything. You've done drama, comedy, and even hosting. How did you decide you wanted to hit a little bit of everything?
You know, I really like sort of being able to tap into all the different genres. There are still more things. I want to do it all. I want to tap into
Yeah.
every genre. I enjoy comedy. My mom, when she was acting a lot, she did a lot of drama and a lot of comedy as well. So I like showing those two different sides. It's sort of, you know, for myself as an artist, it gives myself different tools. And some of the things you learn while doing drama, you can utilize those things in comedy. And comedy is super specific on timing and stuff. So then that helps with things in drama. So I like being able to sort of take all of those things together.
So you're trying to tell me you want to be on a sitcom someday?
Yeah, I mean, hey, if the opportunity presents itself, I'm there.
You bet, you sound like your parents are very like like role models to you that you look up to them. And is there anybody else that helped you around this journey of yours?
Yeah, I mean, my mom for sure. Without my mom and I mean, she sacrificed a lot for me to be where I am now. So my mom for sure. She's also my acting coach, built-in acting coach, love it. And then, I mean, working on Lioness, I'm working with Zoe Saldana. I mean,
Right.
crazy. Her as a person, such a complete role model to me. Her career, where she is now, I look up to her immensely, and I'm so grateful to be able to have the opportunity to work alongside her. It's insane.
Mm. Let's jump right into the show then. Speaking of that, can you tell us what was it like stepping into a role like this, especially playing Kate in the series?
Yeah, I think in season one, I was definitely a bit intimidated.
Mm,
Um, it's season one, she was sort of a scary thing, sort of a scary thing to portray. All of the things that she had to go through and having to sort of embody that myself
mm,
and portray that on screen. I was definitely a bit nervous at first. Um, so I found that sort of putting myself, Hannah, in Kate's shoes
yeah.
was the easiest way to sort of tap into what her life is like and put myself into where would I be if my mom was on this mysterious job, coming home with bruises on her face. I'm sort of at this angry hormonal teenager stage at the same time, trying to figure things out. Where would I be? So really tapping into that made it easier to sort of let Kate blossom.
Right. And this is a very intense and emotional show also. It's like how do you like focus? How do you make yourself like, all right, I know this part right here. You got to be all in on it.
Yeah. Honestly, when you're working alongside such incredibly talented people, I mean Dave Annable and Zoe, they honestly make it easier on me because they're so generous in scenes, and it's really helpful when you have someone that is just so immensely talented to sort of play off of, that it
Mm,
made putting myself into Kate's shoes that much easier. So once I got on set and we're going over lines and I'm saying my lines next to Zoe,
yeah.
it wasn't it made it a lot easier for me to sort of get into that zone and be emotional and be vulnerable.
Mm. How would you describe Kate?
I would describe Kate as a very bold, very spunky, direct, strong
Mm,
person. I think she, especially in season one, was pretty misunderstood because people sort of saw her sort of as this bratty, rude,
yeah, yeah,
but she was struggling a lot.
yeah.
She was honing in on a lot, and the way that she was taking like, what's going on inside out onto other people, it was a result of her hurting and sort
Mm,
of needing the support of her family at a time where it was just hard for that to happen. So in season two, after everything that happened in season one, I've enjoyed sort of being able to play her now as she's sort of finding herself, this new mature person. She's sort of blossoming into the person I think she was meant to become. So that's really nice too.
How do you think she views her parents? Like in the choices that they make.
I think in at first she obviously has a lot of resentment towards her mother, and I think it's just because she wants her around and she isn't getting that from her, and I think
Mm.
she takes it out as hatred and anger towards her mom, and really she just is like, I just want my mommy. And Neil, he's a pretty sweet dad. I mean, he's a good
Yeah.
guy. I don't think she has the same sort of outlook on her dad because he's around more. And in season two, Kate like grows a lot in her
Mm.
relationship with her mom, and it's really nice to sort of see where the relationship has come and how this resentment has sort of changed into Kate really just wanting to and understand what's going on. In season two, she's figuring out little things, picking up things here and there about
Yeah.
what exactly her mom's career is. And it opens this sort of curiosity for Kate where it's like, so, why are you doing this specifically instead of being here with your family while also understanding that it's sort of an important job that her mom has?
Yeah, what I was going to tell you is like I noticed like in this season, Kate has grown up and also like you can tell, with the secrets and the sacrifices that are happening, like how would you describe like her emotional journey like from season one with everything we saw now into season two? Like is there something that you have enjoyed most about this journey of Kate?
Yeah, in season one, Kate is 14,
Yeah.
I was 14 too playing her, and I'm 16 now, and she's also 16 in season two. So there's a good chunk of time that has passed
Mm.
between how her relationship, how she's grown from her experiences in season one. And I mean, season one was pretty traumatic for her. And it was sort of a wake up call where even though she has this resentment, she still has her parents at the end of the day. Like they're still here for her. And I think she saw that a lot in season one with those scenes at in the hospital. There's a really intimate scene with Zoe and with me that I think shows Kate is sort of that resentment slowly dies down by the end of season one. And so
Mm.
by the time we get to season two, she's sort of this lighter, like happier person. You see her a lot more with her family, hanging out with her little sister and her dad. And when she sees her mom, I mean, she's so grateful that her mom is there instead of being angry.
Mm.
So it's definitely a journey that she's gone on, and I've really enjoyed being able to sort of portray that growth and
Mm.
show where she is now and how she's taken these really bad experiences in season one and ended up here.
Has Zoe given you any advice on set?
Man, yes. And I say a lot that I learned so much from literally just watching her. I
Yeah.
would just be sitting back on set, and the way she takes direction, the way she gives direction, gives suggestions. I learned so much from just watching how she handles herself and brings her own character to life
Yeah.
that I mean, I cannot say how grateful I am to have the opportunity to work alongside her. And yeah, just being on set with her is such a learning opportunity for me more than anything.
Yeah. It's awesome. I was gonna say like Taylor Sheridan has created every time he touches something, he turns it this gold. He's got another hit with Linus. If he handed you a piece of paper and a pencil said change something about Kate, would you change anything about her?
Would I change anything about Kate? No, no,
Or
I
give her
would. I'm honestly, I think that what he has done with her is great, and like I said, this sort of journey that he's taken her on,
yeah.
seasons, I've loved it, and I think that he's done a 10 out of 10 job.
Yeah. Is there anybody specific that you haven't had scenes with and if we see a season three, you hope you get more scenes with down the road?
I mean, Lioness is sort of crazy because there's two different storylines going on because there's the family stuff in Joe's home life and then
Right.
there's the whole military part of things. So, I mean, in some perfect world, I would love to work with Nicole Kidman, and I don't know, maybe Kate goes becomes a lioness herself.
There you go.
In a perfect world, that's
Right.
what would happen. But
Right.
I mean, yeah, for sure.
That's awesome. What's next for you now? Any other projects you're allowed to tell us about that you got coming up or you're working on?
I mean, am, I think the industry is sort of in an interesting place. I'm in a weird place too with I'm graduating from high school at the end of December, which I'm very excited for. So I'm going to be starting college, and I'm excited for that era of like my personal life. And I think sort of becoming that person myself and sort of growing as a personal human was sort of come out in my career as well. And I'm just excited to see where the opportunities that I've had so far, where everything's going to take me and where I'll end up.
Amazing. Hannah, how can the viewers and listeners now find you on social media to keep up with you? I know you've been posting a few things about Linus and about other things.
Yes, you guys can find me on Hannah Love Lanier across all social media platforms.
Amazing. Hannah, I want to thank you for giving me a few minutes. This was great. If we see you season 3, let's get you back on. We'll continue this story.
Yay, thank you so much for having me.